Oh, it's just decided to go live like this? Great, love that, thanks. That wasn't meant to happen, but it did. I've just been sitting here all to myself. Wonderful. Auto start was off, so we're going here. We are flying to Carmacks. Let's just make sure everything's working fine here. We'll take the Grand Caravan here, and if I get this going over here, we'll be good to go. Just so I have everything working here. That's good indeed. We do. So we want to just manage the aircraft. Oh, we do have down here. We'll check that before we take off. But yeah, we definitely want to put some fuel in if this works. It's always interesting if this works, and by always I mean I haven't played this since I think the last date was the 4th of January. So yeah, there's a lot to do here. Also, seriously, this needs to be updated, this system here. This is just too long of a process. Whoever thought this was the way that it should be has no idea what they're doing. But that really goes for everything about the about the UI experience here. It is so incredibly poor. Very Microsoft, but I don't believe there's been any major game updates since I last played. Also, we're definitely taking full fuel. I do not wish to run out. We may be flying into a headwind. Our flight is from Stuart to Carmichael, so we're going north. There may be some inclement weather here at the start of the flight, if what I have seen is correct. But we shall get to it if and when we can. If this doesn't work, I'm going to be quite annoyed. And I'm just going to cheat in-game. This is going to give me an RSI if I continue to do this. But fully loaded up here with fuel. Yep, still broken. Wonderful, love this. Absolutely lovely. We'll have a quick look here with EFB. Or not. Now nothing is working down here. This is great. Quality product from Microsoft. What's happening? Why am I not allowed to click in game now all of a sudden? Oh, it went off there. Apparently I'm just not allowed to click in game here, so this is going to make everything difficult. I'm going to have to restart the game, which takes ages. Oh, Microsoft Flight Simulator, why are you so trash? Yep, literally we have to restart Microsoft Flight Simulator because it broke. What a piece of shit this is. It's only been out for a few months and it's breaking. Still. This is unacceptable. The game is already running, I'm being told. No, it very much isn't because you broke it. I will terminate the process. Just end it, thank you. So we won't bother with playing the game properly and putting fuel in that way. We'll just cheat and give ourselves more fuel via the shortcut options that there exist, but that's okay. Oh, hang on. Is it just... Yeah, it was just what I thought it was. We shall see. But we're now launching back in. It's going great. Down here, and my track IR has gone all the way over, which it absolutely doesn't need to do. So yeah, if you're joining right now, I tried to get into a flight, but Microsoft Flight Simulator just decided it wouldn't accept my mouse input, mostly my left click, when I tried to put fuel in the airplane. So we're now restarting it. Yes, it's been a few months. No, they haven't really fixed any of the major bugs yet. Hopefully they will, maybe by October. They'll have done something about it. So until then, we shall cheat and do all the things that we need to do to just play the base game. And I could have a massive rant about how modern gaming is always like this and, you know, all is broken, but it isn't. Sometimes it's actually nice and good to play, like with Turkey Extreme Racer 3. But we shall get in here soon enough and fly. Once we load it in, I do want to get, as we're looking here with the video, want eventually to get the medevac certification, but it just seems a bit buggy still to try and do that. But eventually we'll get there for sure. As I kind of want to do like firefighting, search and rescue, and medevac. That just seems to be the most fun thing to do in this game. But I need to play it a bit more regularly to be competent in doing all of that. As we are loading back in here, I think we're going to be stuck at like 14% for a while, and then the rest of it goes quite quickly. As we view the video that we have seen billions of times, and sooner rather than later we'll get into this. I can very quickly have a look here. Out is working. Oh look, we're now actually advancing here in the loading. Excellent. We're nearly there, and once we are loading actually in right now, will be quite quickly at the very least. So we won't bother with trying out to do things correctly. We will just cut corners. We are flying from Stuart to Carmacks. We must remember to change the time here. Feel like maybe around there-ish. Let's just review here in the EFB. Make sure everything is correct, because it'll have definitely the wrong... Okay, now we have a different cruising height, so we'll just stick with that one. Procedure, straight out. We are supposed to be going out runway 36, which means we're going south. So that was definitely wrong what we saw, and we would not be doing that. Honestly, I cannot be bothered to do the teardrop. Then turn route to avionics, accept the mission. And now we just fly. We will cheat fuel on the aircraft. Again, I haven't played since early January, so I'll have to check it in the menu here real quick. And I'll also be setting properly in a moment. So sound level should hopefully improve a bit. Let me turn that one down though. Oh, it's proper dark. Oh, that's an issue. But okay, we'll work with it. Parking brake. Is that meant to say brake, or is that a spelling mistake? Also, why was that in German? Was it? What is going on here? Why is there a German auxiliary power here? I don't know. I don't know. So we'll do a quick check of the aircraft, seeing as we haven't flown it in a while. I'll remember how, and the game doesn't like bug out massively. Let's have a look, see here. Are we gonna bug out? Good. Right tyre is good. I'm sure everything else is fine then. If all of that is good, then the rest is probably fine. We remove that, and then we can go into the aircraft, walk around here, make sure like everything looks broadly okay, I suppose. We're still in quite a cold part.
Hello, Captain.
Oh no.
It's a real pleasure to be flying together.
No, it isn't.
Skids are designed to withstand turbulence, but it's crucial that you keep a steady flight speed and adjust to changing conditions. Let's get the cargo there secure and on time.
We're looking okay here. We have the route loaded in. Yeah, we have a bit of weather in the area, so that will make things quite spicy. And some fog. Yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to get out of here. We're going to have to go down and like turn around down here. Really, we are. We're just making sure everything has powered up. I think it has. Do we have any? That's not what we want. That's definitely not what we want. Is there not any like lighting? I am kind of having to look up a bit much there to do that, but it's okay. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. All is okay here. Let's just check. Yep. 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 That is fine. I may need to take my shoes off for this. Let's announce taxi. So the cargo.
Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango traffic Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is taxiing to runway 36.
We have a problem already. Yeah, okay. It's fine. Hello. The service vehicle that I parked in the hold short area. It's not an issue at all. Also, apparently the hold short vehicle has a rear light bar on the roof there. I'm sure that's perfectly okay. We need to now stop at hold short, which I think we have reached that point now. There we go. Oh, he said not like a... Yes, that was a button for that.
Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango traffic Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra taking off runway 36 departure to the north.
We seem to be on a glide slope, which isn't particularly helpful right now, I would imagine. Do I remember which button that is? That was not that one. Oh, this is a complicated setup, isn't it? So we go off here and then do we... What? You know what? I'm not going to do that. That doesn't seem like sensible in any way. Oh, we also have some clicking. Is that thing there? Yes. Let me just very quickly check here that sound levels are broadly where they need to be, which I think they are for this point. Like brakes. Do we have flaps? Oh, flaps don't need to be fully down. Also, hang on. Before we turn around here, let's just bring it to a halt. Is there not? There should be. Oh god, where is it? It's behind this yoke. There we go. And there that goes. Maybe just leave that one on. Just a tiny amount. Put the yoke back on. That might be helpful for you lot, although it doesn't quite line up. Easy, easy, easy. Don't overdo it here. Come on, slow turn.
Vancouver Center Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is type Cessna Caravan 1 miles north of Charlie Sierra Tango.
We forgot the fuel cheat. Let's just make sure we have controls remembered for that. It is add fuel quantity, control F.
.500 request flight following.
Cessna Charlie, Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra of Vancouver Center. Squawk 4411.
Yeah, we auto forward there just to avoid the crash. I hope that works. If not, I have enough money to pay for a new plane, but it's just a bit annoying when you have to cheat and you forget to do it because the game is broken. Or rather, you have to... Yeah, you know what I mean. The game is broken, so you have to cheat, and then you forget to do it because it's not something you normally think about when you play games that you have to do. So, I think technically we are okay there. We'll find out in a moment, though. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 still horribly broken, though. It is wonderful. Yeah, it's going great. Just Microsoft Flight Simulator things, you know. Apparently, one of the biggest software developers in the world are unable to release a game that's finished or remotely close to being playable. This is now the second attempt to restart. I have been attempting to go flying for like 20 minutes now. It's great. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, strong and stable. Like a conservative government in the UK. And talk about some other things coming up here this weekend. I'll be doing the 106 Cup, which is at Barham. I'm jumping in pretty much for a one-off round there. Kind of have to. Also doing the Shell, also GP Laps, just doing a little fun rally that I'm going to do. And I'm sure something else will pop up as well. So it'll be a busy weekend up ahead, combined with real live motorsport. It'll be a good time. But I'm also enjoying now getting back into flying. If it'll work, it's always a bit of a gamble here. And what I should have done with the fuel cheat was done it much later. When we were at cruising altitude and I had a chance to recover. But I didn't because I remembered, and I do things when I remember them. Otherwise, I don't do them at all. But once again, that could have all been avoided if they bothered to make it possible to refuel it in the menu like you're supposed to, but they haven't. But we shall try again here in a moment when it's ready. If not, I might just honestly go play Tokyo Extreme Racer. That isn't broken despite being early access. So let's see what happens here in career mode. Anything? Is it just happy because technically it hadn't registered a crash? I think so. Okay. Let's try once again. It does know where we are at. Let's make sure we select the right starting time. Maybe not quite as early. Are we allowing me to do that, please? So once again, we've done this before, but we know how to do it now for sure. Go in here now, right altitude, runway, we are doing a... The problem is we're going to go down, right, and then we're going to go round, and then we're going to go into this valley. Yeah, that actually works. This outbound procedure works for me. And then we just change the approach to be straight auto. That works for me. For plans en route to that. Accept the mission. Absolutely nothing is broken, that's what I meant. If like this failed again, I'll go play Tokyo Extreme Racer 3 because that's not broken despite being early access. This is the finished game and it's horribly broken. And like Genki is like a tiny developer compared to Microsoft or Asobo. And Genki's done a great job. It's wonderful. I love it very much. The only issue really is it's a bit easy. But I also haven't gotten full stuck in. And also being easy kind of goes with the original game. Or at least Tokyo Extreme Racer 3. Because that was very easy. And then you got to a boss. And then it's the hardest game you've ever played in the world. Lovely ground, mate. Loving the ground. We'll remove the shocks and everything. I think it's raining while snow's on the ground. Oh, that's going to make taking off now more interesting. Also, it's like the same time pretty much, and the weather is completely different. Oh,
it's
no.
It's a real pleasure to be flying together.
No, it's not. Wrong button. Fire up the Quattro here. We'll make sure we have this one on. Zoom in on the aircraft. Not a button for that. This seems smaller than it used to be.
Skids are designed to withstand turbulence, but it's crucial that you keep a steady flight speed and adjust to changing conditions. Let's get the cargo there secure and on time.
So let's make sure we now cheat our way to maximum fuel. There we go. Actually doing things properly is shit in this. Release parking brake. Announce taxi, please. Thank you. We'll just ignore that vehicle, right, that is parked where we need to be. Oh, hello. Now we've gone forward. Thanks. Okay, apparently we're now... Oh dear, we're now eating that. What have I pressed to do that? Because that shouldn't have happened. We need to move you over. We need to bring up the comms mode. And then do we have like camera here? We definitely need to not be like chewing away at the dashboard here. What is the... that's the wrong button there. What is the... Now something else is broken. It's great. Isn't it like view? There is like the different view perspectives here that you can go into, which I think it's called view. Reset cockpit view. No. Is there not an option here where it's like only show mapped? That's one we tried. F? No, that's drone top down view. Do we have anything bound to the like control here? If I'm searching here, it would be nice if it only showed ones that's actually mapped, but apparently it's not. We should try keyboard quick view right. No, we don't need that. We need cockpit view internal mode. We're on the keyboard. Cockpit view, not quick view. Oh, cockpit view. Control H. No. I'll figure something out here. There must be like right to like move cameras around in the menu here that we had, the camera menu. There you go. Pilot. Do we want pilot? Landing. Pilot. Let's try pilot and we can move it up a bit to make it feel better. There we go. Fixed something else that was broken. And we'll release parking brake. Move forward. I mean, these are Canadian ground crew, though. You have to remember, they are built like brick shit houses.
Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango Traffic Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is taxiing
release
to
park and
runway
brake.
18.
Oh, we did. We definitely did that. Who just had problems. We're just inside the service vehicle here. It's fine.
Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango Traffic Cessna
Also, now we're taking off on the southbound runway,
taking off runway 18 north departure.
which is fine. Obviously, oh look at that! We can see some red in the sky. Obviously, the mountains around us. Do we have all the lights on? We do now. Also, it feels like the plane is very wobbly here. I need to figure out why. Like this is, I'm doing more input to get little movement in the game, so there's definitely a saturation issue. But we will not fix that now. We'll just try and fly. Let's fly away. It's only been like half an hour to get to this point when it should have been like 5 minutes, but it's okay. Full fuel, everything is fine. Make sure that flaps is sorted, and we do this impossibly tight turn. I'm applying a bit of left foot brake here to help turn the plane a bit tighter, basically. Let's get off the ground, although this isn't a great lineup. I think we have a... I'm going to call it a left wind, but it's like basically nothing. And you turn it into the wind in a plane. We need to do anything.
V1, rotate.
There we go, nice and easy. I'm not making that climb. So, can we... Also, we need to contact ATC here. Yeah, we're not sinking, bruv.
Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is type Cessna Caravan 1 mile southwest of Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango, 400 feet, request flight following.
Cessna Charlie, Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra of Vancouver Center, Squawk 0637.
0637, we copy.
Squawk 0637 Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra.
Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra radar contact 2 miles southwest of Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango, 600 feet, altimeter 29er. 9er 1.
Roger, Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra.
What's our altimeter
Cessna
setting?
Alpha Kilo.
There we are there.
Contact Anchorage Center on 118. Fife. Good day.
So why are we apparently...
118. 5 Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra. Anchorage, Center Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra 1000.
So weren't we supposed to have like bad weather in the area? Oh, it's kind of really patchy bad weather.
Alpha Kilo Sierra Anchorage Center altimeter 29er. 9er 1 radar contact continue.
Also get IFR clearance sorted
Anchorage
out
Center
here.
Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra 2 miles southwest of Charlie Zulu Sierra Tango 1,700 foot. Request IFR to Charlie Echo X-ray 4 ready to copy.
Cessna Charlie, Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is cleared to Charlie Echo X-ray 4 airport as filed. Squawk 0637.
Cessna Charlie, Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra cleared to Charlie Echo X-ray 4 airport is filed. Squawk 0637.
Oh,
Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra readback correct. Radar contact 2,000 feet altimeter 29er. 9er 1 turn right heading tree 40 resume on navigation climb and maintain 12,000 feet.
Turn right heading tree 40 resume own navigation climb and maintain 12,000 foot Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra.
so we can now start here to set our thingy up here. We need to get to 12,000. Boom. And we'll pretty much just whack it on heading mode.
500.
Not altitude hold. Negative, don't turn, don't turn. Yep, we need to set that here as well. Problem, we might not want to do that
Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra contact Vancouver Center on 1280.
because I'm seeing a mountain in front of me and I don't want to fly into the mountain.
Going
Seems
to
like a bad
128.
time for me.
0 Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra.
Vancouver Centre, please. We need to do that one over here. Great, love that.
Vancouver Center Cessna
But
Charlie.
yeah, there's a lot you need to be
Foxtrot
aware
Alpha
of
Kilo
when you're
Sierra is
flying.
passing 3,200
A lot more than driving
feet,
because
climbing
things
12,000
move, or
feet.
you move, in all dimensions here.
Cessna Charlie, Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra Vancouver Center altimeter 29er. 9er 1 radar contact continue.
29901 and
Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra contact Anchorage Center on 118. Fife. Good day.
118. 5 Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra.
let's try autopilot once again. No.
Anchorage Center Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is
Hey,
passing
could we
3,600
not turn into a
feet,
mountain,
climbing
please?
12,000 feet.
And I'm very weird
Cessna
with like not
Charlie,
wanting to
Foxtrot
fly
Alpha
into
Kilo
a
Sierra
mountain.
Anchorage Center altimeter
But I kind of
29er.
don't want to.
9er 1 radar contact continue.
Low back
Cessna
mode.
Alpha Kilo Sierra contact Vancouver Center on 1280. Good day.
And we're going back to Vancouver Centre.
128. 0 Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra. Vancouver Center Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is passing 4,100 feet, climbing 12,000 feet.
Cessna Charlie, Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra Vancouver Center altimeter 29er. 9er 2 radar contact continue.
I swear to God, if we're going to get bounced around again, I'm going to be not happy. Also, we need to just move this up a bit. Ooh, okay. This valley is definitely tightening up here in front of us, so we need to be sure we're going in the right direction. Let's just tweak it a bit more, so we're going a bit more due north-ish. That is kind of the direction we want to be going right here. Also, speed's dropping, so maybe we want...
Stall.
Yes.
Stall.
Yes, I know you're complaining about stalling.
Stall.
Shut up, woman. Shut up. Your mum's stalling, mate. We're figuring it out. You don't have to be so naggy. We're like half where we need to be in terms of altitude. Also, why are we doing that? I thought I said like heading was supposed to be like here, so please go in the direction I told you to go. Thank you. We are climbing. Okay, we're doing great there. Okay, now we're going that way. Okay, great. Let me just check here and see in terms of sound levels. It does appear that things are quite good. Let me also just take my feet off it. Oh, upsy daisy. Up, don't go that way. Anything? Obviously, we can't smoke. Seatbelts must be on, and cabin lighting must be on. Oh, Frey back there must be able to see. It's very important. Also, can we? There we go. It's coming back to me. I think we are set now on everything. Although we can probably just increase our climbing. Maybe I can give a bit more throttle here and see what we can do. Also, yeah, everything's fine there. I can open a can of soft drink as well. Have a bit of a enjoyable here to the flight. But yeah, it is nice to just sit in now that we're airborne and things are working. To fly again, it's just nice and relaxing. Compared with like driving race and rally cars, which is great fun too, mind, but sometimes you just want to sit back, relax and have a good time. Like this, for example, we can actually just go up to like 1,000 feet a minute. It'll take us like 5 minutes to get, or less, to get to cruising altitude, but it'll be fine. And yeah, we're flying in Canada from Stewart to Carmacks in a Cessna Grand Caravan. We are pointing straight up, it looks like. We'll just monitor airspeed. We have a bit of rain behind us. We will be flying in the clouds. We have a good strong tailwind at the moment, so it's looking good. And once we reach cruising altitude, our estimated time to end will come down tremendously. So that is a positive as well. But man, we've had so much motorsport here lately. It's been wonderful. Also, hang on. Oh, don't punch that. Mixing air mode. We need to be in flight. Hot air direction 100%. Defrost 100%. We want to keep that windscreen all not frozen up once we get into the clouds here in a bit. But yeah, we had obviously this past weekend we had Daytona. The 500 was a race. That's all I can say about that. Wasn't particularly good in any way. And we had Rally Sweden. Cabin temperature. Oh, I don't know if I can actually. I mean, we have full heat on into the cockpit. We'll leave the AC on cool just to be safe. Yeah, we're just kind of leaving all of that on low, but yeah, we're definitely pumping in all the hot air that we can have to the front of the cockpit, and we are on flight mode, so yeah, we should be nice and warm in here. Enjoy a good flight. It is minus 12 degrees outside. That's a good thing I checked that. Why don't we put some de-icing on? I'm going to do that right now. That seems like it's important for a plane. I don't want my plane to get all frozen. That's all sorted. We are all good. As we are about to enter clouds, we have reached a good altitude where we are above like every peak in the area apart from like 1 or 2. Everything is fine. We have no traffic. Also, we can probably Just change course heading a bit more over here so we get onto our course, and once we are there we will just sort it out basically. We are climbing, all good. Yeah, get the hot cocoa going, that's good. Your in-flight refreshments, courtesy of your own kitchen or cooking appliances. Which in fairness is better than you're going to get on an aircraft, so I would take that. Here we are approaching cruising altitude. There are many checklists that we can do actually. They are actually in it here, I think. If we go to aircraft, checklists. Now that we've done all of them, mate. We're so good. We're now in, bump. We had a bump in the sky there. Also just
10,000 feet.
To navigator mode, which should now just sort it out here. Fuel selector both on, are they? Oh, they're open. I'm gonna guess that's on. So no, we need to go in flight. En route climb. Normal bypass. Yes, airspeed. Drop speed. Yeah, we're good. Good there. Alpha climb. Check. Cruise. Where we're getting to in a moment. That is really beautiful. That right there. That is lovely. Sunrise here in the sky. Lovely orange and red clouds. It's a good time. Also, we are getting pummeled by some winds. We have 40 knot crosswinds here. It's going to be a bumpy one. You might want to have like a solid lid on that cocoa, by the way. We may have some air bumps that we're going to fly through. Oh, it's not going to be like what I did over the holiday season. On like the first flight I did in a Caravan somewhere down like around Vancouver. The turbulence and the crosswind was so bad I had to turn off autopilot and hand fly it. So we've now reached cruise level. What does the checklist say that we need to do? Yeah, we've done that. We've done that. Prop RPM needs to be 1600 to 1900. Have I bound that to this? Yeah, so we'll set it here. And I think we're good. And now, okay, we are back out of the cloud. I think so. Let's go back to right planner here. We can actually turn that out a bit. Monitor situation here. Oh, look at this. Oh, yes. Ignore the LOD issues here and there. This is, okay, bumpy time. Yeah, we are definitely advising that you keep a lid on that hot cocoa. We are making sure seatbelt signs are staying on, even though they're inoperative, and also we have freight. It is a balmy -14°C outside. It's going good. Ignore the first attempt where we kind of crashed. Sort of when I cheated fuel in. This is a much better attempt. We have good prop RPM, we have good ITT, we have good torque. Actually, torque needs to be a bit higher. We don't want our ITT to go up as well, too much. There we go, torque is sitting good. And we're kind of flying, sort of drifting the plane. obviously we're pointing not where we're going, but that's okay for aircraft. They can do that. It's like a, you know, like a Ford Escort on a wet gravel stage. You're gonna be like going sideways a lot of the time. This is kind of what we're doing here. It's lovely. I'll be back in the Escort for the Jake's GP Laps little fun RAC themed rally this weekend, which will be good. Lots of wet gravel to get sliding on. And what route are we taking here? We're going up to one point, and then in over here until we reach the funnel. Oh, it's bumpy. It's actually quite bumpy now, isn't it? Oh dear. I want to. Nope, didn't want to do that. What I wanted to do was... Nope. There we go. Like that. So we're back here. Now we're monitoring bumpy. In terms of the hardware that I have, the Honeycomb Alpha, I think it's called, the yoke. Is a yoke. Hashtag. Then the Thrustmaster Hot Ass throttle box thingy, and then for plane flying I'm using some cheap Thrustmaster rudder pedals. I have a joystick, a different joystick, and a different set of rudder pedals that I use for helicopter flying. But these cheaper rudder pedals have foot brakes, which is really useful on a plane. But yeah, look at this, just flying sunrise over these mountains, low hanging cloud. Gorgeous. It's a lovely little setup to have. It's just mounted on my desk. I have my sim rig for like sim racing and rallying on the other side of my desk. I don't really want to take the wheel and all of that off every time I want to fly, so I just have it set up on my desk. It's perfectly fine. I might get like a joystick mount so I can sit over there and fly, because it would legit just be easier to do that. Or more pleasant anyway. But we shall see. It all costs money, and I need to get something to mount the throttle on and all of that. But yeah, we're making sure down here everything's fine on our numbers. And we are now en route for 1 hour 51 minutes. And we have lots of fuel left after. So in my little center display here, I kind of modified it. We have a ground speed. Then we have estimated time to end, which is just to the next checkpoint. So we are 5 minutes and 30 something seconds away. We have a total of 1 hour 50 minutes en route, and our fuel endurance is 3 hours and 40 minutes. All really useful information to have immediately to hand. I find there's a lot of customizability you can do in this system, which is really nice. It's a lovely aircraft to fly. I really enjoyed it in 2020. I'm enjoying it here as well. I'm just looking forward to it getting more updates and making it less buggy. But, you know, it'll happen someday. Our weight and balance? Yes, we have weight. It's balanced. Oh, right now it's not balanced too well because it's very, very turbulent. How do we see that? We go back here. That might not actually work for this. Oh, no, performances. Cargo. We have a 33% Mach, which is 11% forward Mach, 40% aft Mach. Which, it's great. I love having Mach. Mach is great. Great guy. It does appear that we have 2,207 pounds distributed. Obviously, this plane is pounding. Fuel, we have Yes, we have... Oh, left tank, that's what that means. And that's what that means. We have 152 gallons in both tanks. And empty doesn't matter because we're not empty. There are just me and the co-pilot. Something tells... Okay, Edmonton. Oh. To talk to somebody new. Roger that.
Going to 134.
I mean, look at this. Yeah, fuck, this is beautiful.
Edmonton Center Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra 12,000 feet.
So we're now up to 42 knot crosswinds, just for reference.
Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra Edmonton Center Altimeter 29.
I mean, I think this is, like, physically quite a solid simulator. They've done a lot of work on getting that right. It's just all the other things that aren't particularly good. I feel like here in the EFB, when you go to like the aircraft, you go into the flight performances and you look at this. I have a feeling that load aircraft and all of this is something you're going to have to do at some point, if and when they update it to do it. But there's like so many things here that like I don't use because I don't understand this. I'm just flying because, you know, plane goes brrr in sky. Also, yes. Also, co-pilot, are you cold? I think you're cold, co-pilot. Just hide your... I can't hide your yoke. There you go. We can't have a cold co-pilot. That's just terrible for morale. Also, apparently, we have a flaps index. Is it like, you know, like business, like on CNBC? They talk about, like, you know, oh yes, the Watsits has gone up and that index has gone down. And I'm sure that's exactly that. The flap index on this plane is neutral. But that, in terms of like all of this stuff, oh, we can't do that there. But there's definitely an option to enable like CFD, like visible CFD, which obviously, you know, it's not actually fluid, but like to see aerodynamics at work, which is like really neat. It is a very solid thing to do. I've seen videos of, I think it's a 135 pilot, an Airbus helicopter 135 pilot, who said that flying the 135 in game really similar to flying the real thing, to the point where if you can fly it in game, you could probably fly it in real life. Obviously, there's a whole host of things you would need to get used to. It's like with anything you can do in a video game, like driving a race car or rally car, you can do that perfectly fine in a game. But when you are exposed to like the physical sensations as well, it's probably a different thing. Which I would imagine flying a helicopter is, but principally you understand the concepts and you're able to apply them in real life. Also, we're coming up to the first checkpoint, and that's not going to be great for our flight direction. We will be having more of a crosswind, which is fine because the flight right now is so smooth. You would not at all feel this if you were aboard the plane. Just ignore all the bumps. It's fine. But at least the more time we spend in the sky, the less time I have to spend trying to land. And that usually goes wrong for me. And that's one of the things I need to work on. Obviously with a yoke, you kind of need to do big inputs when you come into land. And I'm not good at doing that. I like knowing what the... I mean, just look at this, though. Look at this. This is unreal. I mean, it's literally not real, but you know what I mean. Man, video games has come a long way. I remember playing like Flight Simulator 95 or 98 or something like that. It didn't look like this. This is just great. Like all its shortcomings, all of the bugs and all of this is great. Also, I must remember to like check numbers and whatnot. We're supposed to keep engine or prop RPM between 1600 and 1900. Maybe we can lower you down here to about that. Our NG is at 94% of RPM, which is great. That's where I want my NGs. We never want 100% of our RPMs to be NG. But 94 is a good number. So, yeah, it's looking good. In terms of weather, do we have radar here? Oh, yes, we do. And we're going to hope to outrun this. Thankfully, it stops up here. Definitely has nothing to do... Oh, okay, maybe I lied. But the good thing is, all weather stops here. It's definitely not the current radar we are on running out of range. There. Oh, no. This is purely legit. After this, it's going to be smooth sailing or flying, as it were. No problemo. Ignore the clouds ahead. It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's the good thing about YouTube in terms of streaming is you can do a lot with quality. It's much higher quality than Twitch. But you can do it here in, I think it's 1440p that I'm outputting at 60 FPS at a decent bit rate. It's lovely. But yeah, we're just checking again our numbers, making sure fuel, we're good, even load. We have no battery amps, so I really hope our battery wasn't supposed to have any amps in it. I don't really understand electricity, but that doesn't seem good. We do have 28 volts, which is good. Excellent voltage on the battery. And fuel, we have loads of fuel. We're not going to run out of that. We're sitting good. Ground speed is all looking excellent. We have 38 knot crosswind. Coming in at 212 degrees. We're flying at 299 degrees. I mean, I suppose we're pointing at 299 degrees, but we're actually flying 310. Yeah, all is looking good. Hello, Aviation Geek. It's also very snowy here in Canada, where we are flying at the moment. Having a beautiful sunrise that is just getting more and more pretty. And then in a moment we're going to be in some clouds, and that could be bad, but we'll get there. We have de-icing, everything's on, it's flying, it's great, everything's fine here in CFAX, which is apparently what identification I have on the plane, or rather what I got. We are heading to Carmacks up in... Can we open... See, this would be helpful if I did that before, but we're flying up here to Carmacks. Lovely little airport. Do we have any information? I need to check that. Good thing I remembered it. Carmacks. Weather. None. Runways. We have... What? Oh, yeah. Obviously, brain, you're being silly there. So we are going to land either on runway 10, which is pointing that way, which you can't see, or runway which is pointing more uppy. It's asphalt. Excellent. And yet, unsurprisingly, oh, I suppose, yeah, you don't have like runway 10, do you? You only have even numbered runways, which makes sense. No frequencies, it's fine. All is good. We are carrying some... Oh god, can we see what are we carrying here? It's standard cargo. You know, good old thing. That old chestnut. Always, you know, you ask a pilot. That's start flying freight. What are you carrying? Ah, just standard cargo, mate. Just a load of standard stuff in the back. Oh, it's gone. Shit. We'll just ignore that. Continue on. Somebody might have forgotten to lock the rear doors. Oh well, we'll crack on. Maybe they won't notice when we get up there. It's probably too cold. We can't see the weather in Carmacks, but I'm going to guess it's cold. We are up near the border to Alaska here in February. Actually, are we? No, it's actually August the 15th. Surprise! A Monday in 2022. So we have a lovely time. Just ignore the snow. Obviously climate change and all of that. It's snowing in August in Canada. It's fine. There might be some slight game issues around like how career work mode. I assume they do it for a reason, like change the date. But I'm gonna say like this is not really Augusty situations, is it? But it's fine. Lovely. Oh, bumpy again. Oh yeah, we're now up to slightly up in the crosswind. It's alright though. Oh, bump. Sky bump. We need to be careful here. We are getting to where the autopilot will disengage because movement is too aggressive. And I'm going to have to hand fly this bitch, and I don't want to do that. That can only go badly for me. But yeah, like you can fly in a lot of places in this, like literally all over the world, but these kind of places are, I mean, again, look at this. It's just more fun when it's all bumpy and a bit more out of control sometimes, but that's part of the joy. When you have to do a like blind approach through clouds and then you just kind of get yourself where you need to go. It's great, love it. So, what was that? Nothing. Fine, don't need to deal with that. Also, I have forgotten to change my altimeter, which is probably not great. Oh no, it was right. It was 2993. Excellent. So we are coming up to the next waypoint in 23 minutes. I feel like, yeah, we must be... Oh yeah, we've slowed down tremendously because we're getting more of a crosswind now. That would make sense, because our ground speed has gone... Oh, it's going up again, but it was like around 200. Now it's only around 183. That's fine. How's the course going to change? Kinda not. I mean, Botat, we're going to be heading a bit more northern-ish. It'll be fine, but we'll get there. That's the most important part. And again, we have fuel. I'm loving the Caravan here. It's such a wonderful plane to fly. Got decent speed, good range. And like we have lots of great things here that obviously isn't really working that great now because daylight's out, but it's great. It's one of my favourite planes to fly, both in 2020 and 2024. It's obviously a bit out of place. I flew it in 2020. I flew it into like Paris-Charles de Gaulle. It's a bit out of place at the big airport, but something like this where you're doing a bit more rural, bushy, whatever you want to call it, flying here, it's a great aircraft for this kind of job. Obviously you've got the high wing, which is stable as well. I certainly need all the help I can get. This is not looking good. It's not too much rain, is it? I mean, there's no rain on the radar. That weather. Can't enable that. Okay, that's fine. The radar doesn't say anything about rain up ahead, so it must be fine. Blindly trust technology always, as a pilot I say. Always. Nothing can go wrong if you just trust all of your instruments and nothing you see at the cockpit. Which might also be why I'm not a flight instructor. This is bumpy. Definitely on the bumpy side. Oh, punch the microphone with my face. That is true, yeah, that is what every Tesla owner would say. The autopilot's got it. Oh wait, we've crashed. Oh well. We are broadly flying level. I just feel like we see a bit too much of the ground. But that's okay. Again, so beautiful. So beautiful, this. Early morning, low, like clouds, sun is all low. It's beautiful. We don't need to touch any of this, but we're just checking down here. Low bank is on, flight director on. Put your damper on. We're sitting at our altitude, all is good. And once again checking, decent torque numbers, ITT, RNGs are great. Oil pressure, oil temperature, good fuel, everything's looking great. If it looks great, it is great. That's all I can say to that. We're definitely picking up airspeed again. We're still getting good crosswind. It must have just stabilised then, or something happened. I don't know. We're just doing a good ground speed again. Decent airspeed. All is good right now. As of this very moment, everything seems to be going okay. Ignore the massive crosswind. That's irrelevant. I know I'm trying to ignore it. It's all good. Do we have like any aircraft here, or are they like nowhere near us? I don't think anything is near us. That's because I'm an idiot. That should not be like a surprise to anybody, but this turns off right now. Oh, where is it now? Aircraft in Korea. There we go. That was off. So hopefully we'll start to get at least a bit of traffic at some point in the sky. Yeah, career mode is good fun. I enjoy career mode. Like, I've played 2020 with air hauler on, and that was like way more enjoyable than just doing random flights. It's weird. I kind of need that like artificial game mechanics to like fully enjoy something like this. I'm delighted it's here. I just wish it was a bit more polished. If that makes sense. Because this is so good, it has so much potential to be much better than it is. Unfortunately, it does have Microsoft in the name. And that always gives you a bit of a letdown when it's, you know, software. But it's good fun. Like, when it works, it's great. And when you have to accidentally cheat yourself more fuel because the in-game menu fill-up thing isn't working, and you sort of start plummeting to the ground, and you auto 4 to avoid a crash, it's less good, but you know, it happens. Also, we're down significantly on the crosswind. Loving that. Although that could also just be over there. We got some land that's slightly blocking away, but we'll get to it. Continue here our trek northbound to Carmacks, which I believe, if we just bring you up again here, it doesn't quite show it good, but I think we're going to be up near the Canada maps. Yeah, we're not actually getting any geographic information here, but I believe like the border to Alaska is like right over there, so we're quite close. And we airports Vor. No. Not even put in any like cities. Also, yeah, we're definitely not doing any firefighting today. I've not unlocked that yet, but I do want to get to that at some point. I just need to have a bit more regular flying experience before I do that. As you are going quite low in aircraft and you're quite busy. Yeah, it does really mess up when it messes up. I mean, at the start of this flight, I had like a ground service vehicle parked in the hold short box, which is excellent. A solid job there. But yeah, it's fun. It's like I played it like when it came out, and it was even worse then. It's surprisingly gotten better. Although I suppose my ISP's pretty glad I haven't played this a lot lately with all the streaming that it does. Because it is transferring a lot of data. Which is why the install is like really tiny. It's a good game to like also just put on if like you're watching something. Or put some music on when you're flying and listening. It's great. Also, I need to try out the Hype Performance Group 145 again here in 2024, as apparently it does work quite well. And this is definitely a bit more optimized for helicopter flying. So I need to give that a go here soon again. Which is such a fun helicopter to fly. With the random anywhere and everywhere, whatever it's called. It's just great to sit down and play that. And all the different liveries the helicopter has you can find. It just gives you a lot of opportunities to like roleplay being like an air ambulance pilot in pretty much any part of the world. Which is great. I kind of hope that the career stuff would be a bit more like it. Doesn't look like it is. Like, again, I haven't tried the firefighting part, but certainly the search and rescue appears to be quite procedural and like similar and a bit less varied than it perhaps could be. But we can only hope that they continue to develop. Pardon me, and update the random and anywhere mission pack, because that's just so much fun to do. I did a bit of that yesterday down in New Zealand on the Northern Island. It's just great fun to load up random place, just fly a helicopter around and do jobs. But yeah, let's just check in once again here, make sure everything is as it should be. Yep, even fuel. Good fuel flow. We're arriving in 1 hour 30. 1 hour 36 minutes. All looking good. I was gonna guess, yeah, cargo still disappeared, but that's fine. I'm gonna assume by the fact that we have levitating cargo netting that it's still there. It's just a bit shy. It doesn't want to be on stream apparently. Kind of bouncing around up here. Around. That's fine. We're not going to worry about that. And then we're going to approach. Hit late final. We're going to have a road running alongside. Final will be over a river, and then the river kind of whips back, and then we touch down shortly after that. Never hurts to make sure you have visual references for your approaches and whatnot. Right. Oh, we've not been hijacked. Oh god, where do we see? No, see, it's fine. We're squawking 0637. It's only... Oh, which one is that? Is it 7500? That's the hijacking squawk? Or is it... Yeah, I think 7500 is the hijacking. 77 is the just general emergency. Which it's like relatively complexly modelled, this system here. It's lovely. can go in here now and you can do all sorts of stuff. It's great. Yeah, 70. I know like the 3 emergency calls or squawks are 7500, 7600 for like lost radio comms and 7700. Which is yeah, you don't want to have that happen. And like, I have no idea what like squawking 7600 is going to do other than tell everybody around you that you don't have any radio comms. Like, they're kind of just going to have to like clear an airport that you're kind of near and you kind of want to land at, and then hope that that's what you're going to do. I think though, like modern aircraft, or even like way back in inverted commas, like back in the early 2000s, had some sort of, certainly on the commercial level, some sort of like text communication that they could do. I think that was used for like some of the stuff around 9/11. I seem to recall reading about. So, there are ways of communicating, but obviously it might only be one way and not ideal. Basically, you've also got the ident button that you can press theoretically to communicate as the aircraft if you don't have a radar, which, as I understand, that system, or like identing, makes you flash up on the air traffic controller screen or give some sort of an indication to them. So obviously you can do the 1 for yes, 2 for no kind of thing with them sending you a text message and you then identing once or twice. Or you could like try and do like Morse code, but that's a bit more advanced. And I feel like you might come up short. But yeah, at least crosswind has calmed down tremendously. Yeah, I thought 7500 was hijacked, thanks for that. But yeah, I mean, otherwise we don't have any radar coverage here, so basically it's all fine. Again, we are blindly trusting here. Weather is on. Weather is on. We can confirm there is no weather in our vicinity. It's fine. Like, in theory, we could go just VFR at this point, but what's the point? Is it right? We can crack on. Get to where we want to be. It's all good. Although that doesn't look good over there. That's awfully dark and grey and... yeah. Oh well, we're not going over there, so it's fine. Yeah, I thought it was that way round, with 77 being the general emergency. Which can like be anything from... like... we have a tiny issue, really. Or the system says we have to, like, there's a fight in the back. If, like, that happened recently, didn't it? Wasn't there, like, a flight that had to, like, divert or something? Because, like, there was a sports team on board? And, like, apparently they started fighting. And yeah, 7600, I mean, again, like, kind of what you're going to do if you have that is a bit difficult, but I suppose it does happen. And at least it alerts people around you that you have a problem. So, like, the air traffic controllers can basically just clear the airport and get you on the ground. Like using, like with commercial aircraft, they have some sort of text communication that can go on. Yeah, it's not a thing you want to experience. That's for sure. Let me just oh, is this a reset? No. That was a reset. Good. have 3 buttons that look exactly the same, and I have to remember which one is which. That sensor screen is a bit bright. Do I remember how I turn brightness down on this thing? Oh, is this here? It is here as well. Look at this. We can change the brightness. I like it at 90%, you know. Also, here do we have any? I don't think we have any approach procedures loaded in at the moment. We'll get to that later on. Also, yeah, this is on like height sensitive thingy. Black is you're quite far away from anything at your altitude. And as we just saw over here, there are some peaks that are getting close to our altitude. But we can see here that there's nothing on our route. That's going to get near us at 12,000 feet, so we are good. Also, we just have some low-hanging cloud and some much higher cloud, so we are under the cloud ceiling. Everything is fine. Looking good. And we can go in here and just... Oh, wrong button. That's also an issue. This overlay being in the way of what I want to see is not great. But we can select... I'm not going to do that. I just remembered that sometimes messes up with your routing, so we'll get to that later on. But it's fine. We're going in the right direction. Everything is good on the aircraft. We can sit back. We can relax. We can enjoy the views. And with this much calmer crosswind here, we can actually drink as well. But we've not heard from our friend in Edmonton for a while. I'm going to assume we're just sitting in their airspace, cruising along. All nice and good, and they're probably busy dealing with everything going on down there in the massive, terrible weather system. That definitely isn't going to get near us. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Oops, it in. We have... That's good. I've not accidentally enabled that. Sure. Take that. No aircraft information for this thing yet. That will come. So, landing, runway, oh no. CX4. Do we think it's going to be dry? Yeah, probably. It does say we have a meter here, but I don't trust that for 1 second. Let's just say it. Oh yeah, we are supposed to be turning here. Gonna have significantly more crosswind though, so yeah, that's be great. It won't be stronger, it's just more crossy, if that makes sense. But yeah, if I'm seeing this correctly, we are good. We're going to need 2,000 feet to touchdown at the most. Find wind direction. I mean, oh god, now we get into because I know it's coming from that way, but then I need to correct it for brain. It's coming at us at 206. Over there. Which makes it almost a northern wind. Which means, yeah, I'm okay. Let's just say that we have a 2-knot wind here. Makes no difference. We are all good. We're going to land. It'll be fine. But yeah, surprisingly, we have nothing there. Lots of stuff in January. So definitely don't have any planes in the sky. Did we not enable that correctly, or has it just not loaded in? It doesn't matter, it's fine. Hello, Pilot Flight Simulator. Welcome here over the skies of Canada. I'm gonna apologise to all the Canadians, but I don't know the province that we're flying over right now. It's just lovely though. We've had a beautiful sunrise. Only like a few game-related issues that forced me to restart twice. So it's going good for like 2024 levels of playing. We are ignoring all of that over here to our left at the moment, because that's just a wall of really bad stuff over there. We're focusing on what's in front of us. That's more positive. We can see the beautiful sunlight coming in on the ground. It's wonderful. We do have a high cloud ceiling. It's all good. We're approaching. We are an hour and 23 minutes from Carmacks. It's great. My cargo, still not there. Still forgot to lock the rear doors. It's all fallen out, but minor technical detail. It doesn't really matter for us. Just the poor people up in Carmacks that are waiting for the stuff. The good thing is, we're only carrying standard cargo. Nothing extraordinary here. It's just standard. So, it's unremarkable. It's fine. It can be replaced. And we're still going to have a good time flying. That's what matters here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, damn it. We're just staying on top of our numbers. Fuel is fine. We have plenty of fuel going over. And just for immersion's sake here, we're going to open up here now. And we should have done this beforehand, but I don't think you can do it in the game. Can we even do that here? No, we can't actually put in like a diversionary airport, but it would probably have to be that one down here. Which one's that? That is 6E. Whitehorse International. It's a large airport. Oh yes it is. We have 3 runways. Oh, and we have, oh yes, we have all sorts of stuff here that we don't have. We can see the weather. -6 degrees. Tempered. We're looking at, we were supposed to come in on that one. Yeah, it's fine. Also, that itty bitty one here. It's not a big airport, but yeah, we're going up here to Carmacks. Let's once again just visualise our approach. We're going to come in, we're going to meet a river where there's a road on the far side and a bit of a ridge line as well. And we're going to follow the river, follow-ish. The river's going to go down and then back up, and then that'll be final. We're going to be touching down on the runway over here, which is asphalt. It's definitely asphalt. That's what asphalt looks like, of course. We know that. These asphalt runways that definitely have cones on the side of them to denote where you're supposed to land. That's a solid asphalt runway, this. Oh, yes it is. Oh yeah, this is... Oh wow, it's... I'm not convinced this is asphalt, but maybe the game says it is. We're just going to go with that, because that's better. Yeah, that's not asphalt, mate. That's asphalt. This is what we in the business of flying planes in video games call gravel. But it's fine. We're landing in the daytime. We don't need to be able to see with lights. It's all fine. Yes, we're flying cargo. It's a lovely little cargo. It has disappeared in the back, but it is lovely standard cargo. Going up to Carmacks on my lovely, and let's take a look here, and apologies for the massive amounts of noise you're going to hear in a second, so just prepare yourself. Okay, that's not great. But welcome aboard. You kinda can't see it, but this is full par freight. There it is, full par freight. Flying along, all looking good. Okay, it's a bit bumpy still, but it's fine. It's working out, damn it. It's actually less. We reached a waypoint. It's spot at. We are an hour and 17 minutes away. It's good. All is fine. We are running. All of this is on. Yes, it is. Beautiful. Can't turn that on for some reason. It's fine. We don't need to use it. All of that is looking all fine. And yeah, flying cargo in this game is just preferable to flying with people. Here you're not subjected to the terrible, like, scripted AI read just voice lines that are just atrocious. Yeah, I only fly cargo, or like I said, maybe the air firefighting stuff and the medevac and that down the line when I get a bit more experience in it again. I haven't played since like the very start of January. I've just been busy with doing other things, and you need to have like a good couple of hours to just set off in one boat to fly this. And it's just like really hard to find it when you got other stuff going on. But it's lovely. Like once you're flying here, okay, that admittedly is closing in a bit. Again, have a look at this. Look at that. Yeah, okay, so we may have to accept that it is approaching us. And when it's here, we could have higher winds. We're going to lose visibility. It's not going to be great, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. In fairness, with the cargo, right, I blame Barry and Gary back at the airport. They didn't close it properly, I swear. We must have worked with them when we were back down there. Or was it Harry and Larry that was working today? I can't remember. It could also have been Jerry and Terry. Either way, you know, it's their fault. I'm just the pilot. I'm not responsible for anything. The plane fired up. Why should I not take off? So yeah, I am using, again, just noise alert here, but it does have a very, very lovely feature here in sound, which is definitely called headphone simulation. Turn that off, it sounds very different. It sounds like this. But normally I do have headphones on, and if I'm like listening to something or watching something whilst I'm playing this, it's nice to have the headphone simulation on. But we can leave it on like this for a while. Just enjoy the sound of the... Yeah, this is a turboprop, it has to be. It'll say down here for sure, won't it? Aircraft. Oh, thanks for that. I really appreciate the useful information here. The Cessna 28B Grand Caravan EX. Cargo. Type. Airplane. Gang. I don't want to alarm you here, but we're flying an airplane. Mind blown. I would have kind of hoped it would have said that, but it doesn't. It's okay. I know we're all going to have to sit down here for a moment and just take in the fact that we're flying an airplane. Technically, we could have been a helicopter, but you know, I'm just having a look out here. Actually, let's just pop out here. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that these aren't rotor blades. I can tell because of the pixels. They're static. Also, crosswind is dropping. We're now down to 25 knot crosswind. And I suspect it has something to do with the weather system that is definitely moving in from southwest. Which it could get all calm and lovely, and then just boom, we're being hit by bad weather. Although one of the I just remembered one of the upsides to having not played that long and apparently left like AI control of your airplanes on is I can like just buy another one of these and like send it to Africa if I wanted to do some African flying as well, which is kind of neat. Is definitely a thing that I could foresee myself doing. As it's good with a bit of variety. I do enjoy flying over these like parts of the world, but you're kind of confined if you want to fly in the mountains or around here. Like fly confined, I say. We only limit to like this, like Alaska, the entire western coast of Canada, and down into the US. Really limits my flying there, it does, I tell you. Really just horribly limited there. But what is the actual in-game time is... Well, we can see the UTC time. It's still morning. Would imagine. No, that's not what we want. Although I might be remembering another aircraft. Yeah, I think I am. It might be the helicopter, where you have the option of toggling different clocks on. What happens if you press engine? Oh. Map option. Ooh. Yeah, we have all sorts of options here. I shouldn't be clicking this. I'm not 100% sure what it does. I was up to date on it a while ago and then I forgot. Yeah, everything's fine. We got good torque. We got good ITT, our NGs. Our prop RPM, our oil, our fuel burning nice and evenly. We still haven't found any amps in our battery, but it's okay. Ooh, plane! The plane down here, it's far away, isn't it? But like, it could come close. We could see it. Although it might be going too quick. It's over there somewhere. Yeah, it's coming closer. And crosswind is just dropping still down to 21 here. So there's definitely a pressure change happening. We're just on the forefront of it. Oh, hello.
Edmonton Center, Connie, 9er, 17FL.
Hi, Connie.
10.
Hope you're having a lovely day in the sky.
Connie 9er, 17 Edmonton Center radar. Contact continue.
What airline has Connie as their call sign? I mean, it's a lovely call sign. It is not as good as like Aer Lingus with their Shamrock or British Airways with Speedbird. But Connie is a lovely call sign nonetheless. And like Speedbird has to be the coolest call sign. It just sounds right for like an airplane. Kalita Air, is that Kalita Air? Connie Kalita. It sort of makes sense to have that. But yeah, this is looking more cloudy, more dark. I'm getting less sure we're outrunning this. Let's have a look, see, shall we? Ooh. That looks ominous, but that's lovely. Have a look at that. It's great. Beautiful conditions. Wonderful. Lovely day in the sky. We'll just not look at what's coming towards us. Elite American cargo. Oh, Cargo Bros. Although they are hauling the mail or whatever else cargo they're flying, they are quite far away from us. Yeah, this is on like 100 miles, so they're massively far away. I know you tend to get a lot of traffic if you fly around, oh god, what's it called? It's Aspen. If you fly in that area around Colorado, you're going to get a lot of traffic. Although I was technically flying there around Christmas time. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say there was a lot of people flying in and out of Aspen around that time for, you know, logical reasons of spending the festive season there. Is that water over there, or is that just... I think we have water, but yeah, maybe not. It's just a bit of an LOD mess down there. I mean, on the radar, the weather looks quite far away, but it's also moving in these massive blocks here, which I don't think is how weather works. But in the words of Marcus Grönholm, I'm not a meteorologist. But that is a... yeah, I'm not liking this. Oh yes. I only hope it's that we can outrun it. But yeah, it's certainly different here. I'm obviously not from these parts of the world, so all the airlines and all of that is very different to what I am familiar to hearing about over here. So it's just lovely all round. It's a bit like playing American Truck Simulator to playing Euro Truck Simulator when you fly somewhere else, because it's just a lot easier to like suspend reality when you fly elsewhere. Could we, in theory, let's see. Just for more speed. Speed's good. Okay, we'll give a bit more speed here, and oh no, ITT's gone up. Okay. Don't go above 800. Okay, settle in, don't go higher. Good. It's definitely stabilised out now that we don't have as much crosswind. It's about half of what we had at the start, so that's nice. Can we maybe just... Oh, we can't really look out that window. And we cannot open the little hatch. Also, we don't want to do that. It's -16 outside. Jesus Christ, we're going to freeze. Also, all the cargo that isn't there would not like it, I'm sure. Although it's just standard cargo. So what's going on with these clouds? Why are we looking so dark down there? Don't tell me we've got weather moving in on both sides now.
Cessna Alpha Kilo.
Oh, that's me.
Sierra contact Edmund Center on 13415. Good day.
13115 or something.
13415 Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra.
I almost thought Edmonton Centre had forgotten about me.
Edmonton Center Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra 12,000 feet.
Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo.
Shit, the
Sierra
bed.
Edmonton, Center altimeter 29er. 77 radar contact. Continue to Dable.
Been a bit of a pressure drop. We're continuing to DAPAL. The POW. We're to all the homies. Apparently all our homies are 11 minutes away. Or 35 nautical miles. I think we are absolutely nowhere near civilization. And we found Whitehall's, obviously that would be, that's over here, that should be quite a large airport. Oh yes, that is a large airport, and we have a... Unmistakably, that is indeed a town. It's not like super huge, but it's definitely there. But yeah, this feels like we are not quite near Bix settlement here. Which in fairness, my frame rate's very pleased about. I don't think flying near like Los Angeles or anywhere like that would be pleasant. We're definitely getting more of a lower cloud base here. And it is closing up a bit more up top as well. So we shall see. Again, checking in, fuel good. We're now less than an hour from our destination. Everything is good. Oh, beautiful. Yes, we can turn off the seatbelt sign. Although you still can't smoke. It's not the 1970s anymore. I think we're actually going just over the north of it, which is sort of what it looks like here. But it is like a longer front all along the coast. As I mentioned earlier, when I got my first Caravan, I was flying around this area. It wasn't great, really wasn't great. I think we got up to like 50 plus knot crosswinds. It was so powerful, as I mentioned, that the autopilot disengaged. And when you're having to fly in cloud, hand fly, because the turbulence and the crosswind is so bad, it's stressful. That's when they stopped becoming a nice relaxing experience and became very stressful. Look at this though. Look at like the ripple layers in the cloud base. That just looks unreal. And then you have like the blue sky in the distance and then the scattered clouds below. Yeah. Jesus. I mean, look at that over there. That looks evil. That's like a sky tornado. Thanks, Aviation Geek. It's just fun. It's just a good time to play this. Sit down here, enjoy flying. Great. Yeah, the PAL coming up here soon. Then we're going to be moving a bit more west to Woburn. And then we are, after that, going towards our final approach. So we need to be sure we know what we're doing once we get to Woburn, although it doesn't fully matter. We don't have the approach procedure loaded in yet, but we open up the flight plan here. After Woburn, we'll be going Rio 2 for 99.6 nautical miles. Obviously once we pass that, once we get, let's just move over here, it's two different routes. It's a bit confusing. What you see on your EFB over here isn't the same as you see on the G1000, but this has the final loaded in down here. We'll just load in the same final approach over here, but when we do, boom, come in here. Technically we're supposed to do the teardrop formation. I'm lazy, it's a video game. I just want to fly and do a cool landing while I don't crash. We're taking in the straight auto, coming in from the long final. Also just gives me time to get lined up and slow down and at the right altitude, which can be a bit hard with the teardrop pattern. Although, as I've been talking about like clouds looking evil, they are over there. All of a sudden though, it's starting to open up over here. And the gradient from the yellowy tint down at the bottom of the sky or horizon to like that lovely blue at the top is wonderful. We may actually get lucky and skirt the weather and just take advantage of. We're dropping even further now. It's down to 20 knot crosswind. So we are zooming. We are up to 194 knot ground speed. Going in 51 minutes to our destination. We have enough fuel to do more than twice that, so we're good. It's going along great here on full path rate. And if you are a human being and you wish to fly with us, you can jump aboard Full Path People. We do VIP shuttling around. Although those passengers tend to talk, so I let the sort of crew that I can hire fly them around. As they do get a bit naggy from time to time. So now this screen here is a bit hide you. There we go. I think it's just gotten a bit more brighter as the clouds are lifting. We're definitely good on the weather now. Well, I shouldn't say that, but yeah, it's not really closing in on us up here. I think we just got around it. There's a big old lake or river moving over there. Man, that's a lot of trees. See if we can get some updated information over here from this airport. Whitehorse. Boom. So we're not getting any weather in there that we could use, but that's okay. So let's just check the runway that we're coming in at. It's runway 28. Yeah, it is really just beautiful. That's why I really enjoy flying in these regions. It's just spectacular scenery. You can also get some quite interesting weather, which will definitely challenge you as a fun little hobby pilot as well. Like it's nothing against like the other parts of Canada, but I have also done flights like pretty much everything east of this line here, kinda flat, and it's significantly less spectacular to be flying over that than, you know, this where you have lovely mountains and hills and clouds and all of this. I've also done a fair bit in like 2020, like you can get some decent flights, although weather can be really dodgy down in like Brazil, but also like Indonesia and those regions are great for flying as well. Have some beautiful landscape you can fly around in, or over rather. Hopefully you're not flying into the landscape. That is very much what we try to avoid doing. Unless you're helicopters, then landing is a bit more frequent. But yeah, our arrival time is just dropping and dropping. It is actually dropping a lot at the moment. We're about 3/4 of an hour from our destination up in Carmacks. We have no weather information, no radio contact. It is an uncontrolled airport, so we're kind of just going to hope for the best. And there does appear to be a literal like wall of cloud up ahead. I'm going to guess that's going to change as we get closer. Oh dear. Bandwidth too low. That's the first time I've seen that message. It's gone away, so it's probably good now. But with 45 minutes to go, it's fine. The worst thing that happens is we can't see the airport when we go to land. The same problem that real pilots have. Just, you know, when you get to your airport and, you know, like your eyes don't load in the right textures. It happens to every real pilot, I'm sure, many times in their careers. The next waypoint is Woburn. Pretty much halfway between our current position and the airport. And it does not appear that we have any planes coming out of Whitehorse at the moment. Could be the only source of traffic, but it's okay. We have some scattered precipitation down there. It's not really anywhere near where we'll be going. It's presumably what we can see over here. But yeah, that is just like a wall of cloud ahead. Not a wall cloud, that's... I'm gonna guess this isn't a wall cloud like a tornado wall cloud, but it's certainly a cloud that looks like a wall. The upcoming NASCAR game has apparently done something about a career mode today, and PC release. Nice. And it's done by iRacing, so that shouldn't be too big of a surprise, but good to see nonetheless. We're less than 20 minutes now from the penultimate waypoint. And less than 40 minutes from our destination. I need to do that in a proper pilot voice though. But I can't because I'm not a proper pilot. But we are coming up here. We will have Whitehorse International Airport on our left if we can see it through the cloud, which may present an issue. Not the world's busiest airport, that's for bloody sure. We've not heard a pluck out of them. Where would that airport be? Let's just use this. It's over there. So it's conveniently, I think it's behind that cloud, or it's that grey-ish blob over there. The LOD isn't superb at this range, but it's over there for sure. Yeah, everything's looking good. It's fine. Pointing in the good direction here. Wilburn coming up in 54 nautical miles. Getting steady here. We have pretty much unchanged crosswind. It's all looking good. There's a blob of rain now to our very far right over there somewhere. That might be the airport over there. Just judging by what I can see, this would be like a river snaking its way through. But it's a bit hard to make out. One of the few things I would certainly hope that gets improved slightly. But we know there's a development coming soonish. I think I just saw they launched the beta version of the first update here. I can actually check that real quick. Yes, indeed. I think they have launched the Sim Update 1 beta. They've actually had a few of those of the public beta, just been far behind. are steadily closing in here, nearly 13 minutes from our destination. Good indeed. Yeah, over there somewhere is White Horse. All looking good. Continuing on. We're now going to start to prepare in earnest for our arrival. Is it correct airport? I believe X4. Let's just verify. Yes, it is. It's runway 28. It'll be heading to 904, which is the direction we're pretty much going now. But obviously we need to just change things around up there. And what altitude are we talking at? It is at 1,781 feet. We need to drop a fair bit of altitude. Yeah, the issue here really is going to be that crosswind on landing. I'm going to hope that we are... I'm actually going to check that real quick. I'm going to hope the airport is in a little bit of a valley that could potentially shield us. Yeah, we are in a valley, which would definitely help in terms of crosswinds here, because if wind is coming over here onto us, it's going to be pretty hairy. I'm just going to have a look on Street View quickly, and generally it wouldn't surprise me if actual pilots used Street View like this, if they have the option. Just hold it up here so we're looking out of the aircraft. We can do that, mate. Also, it's a Robert Campbell Highway that we are going to be flying parallel to. Also, apparently it's an airstrip, pardon me, according to Google. Let's just get on the road. It's not great. I mean, there is a bit of a hill on the far side, on our left when we approach, but it'll be alright. Yeah, the skies have cleared up all nice and good. All the bad weather seems to be behind us now. If we look on this, actually let us... Yeah, all the bad weather's below us or to the south, although there is a bit more popping up here in the north as we move further north. You have a bit of rain to righty over there. Then over there as well, there's some rain in the far distance, but it should not affect us, he says. We'll see. Also, I say rain. It's precipitation. It's currently -18 outside. I'm going to assume we're not above freezing at ground level. Certainly we know at Whitehorse that we just passed, it is -6. So yeah, if there's any precipitation, it'll be snow. Yeah, we are slowly starting now to mentally get ourselves ready for the landing in 26 minutes time. Let's start to prepare ourselves with a, not in here, but our checklist. Once we get to descent, we are supposed to set the inertial separator. Is it the inertial or internal? Inertial separator, that's the word. To normal bypass as conditions warrant, which is great. I will make sure to do that. I definitely know what conditions warrant. Seatbelt light already on, no smoke light on, altimeters sure they're set. Our butter is it's a far wish at this point. But I'm at that point where any landing that we can walk away from and the aircraft is able to continue flying afterwards, it's a good landing. It's just, we'll remember here, the cargo that we can't see is general freight. Or standard cargo, sorry. Not general freight, standard cargo. So it's not super expensive or sensitive stuff. It's okay, but we will try to be smooth. Landings have gone downhill ever since I started to use a yoke. Just because it's a way different way of doing inputs to, say, a joystick that I've been using before. But we'll get there. Certainly we've gotten this far. We can surely get the final bit as well. Biggest issue as far as landings go is just getting the right corrections into the yoke, which we will put back on again just for visualization. As with the yoke, you're doing massive inputs really when you approach, which seems to be appropriate for this aircraft I watched. I mean, who is it? It's some guy who has like Microsoft Flight Simulator career as his career, because he's flying all over the world. And there's a video from, I think, like the Faroe Islands or Iceland in a Grand Caravan in like ridiculous crosswind landings. Oh boy, excuse me. But yeah, it was a massive crosswind landing, and he's like full maxed out on the yoke input. It's pretty wild. And like after landing, just fully turned it into the wind to stop the plane from falling over. And like they had to tie the plane down and like put it on a, or like tie it down to concrete blocks to stop it floating away. Because obviously, if you got a headwind on a plane, it's still got wings, and like it doesn't matter if the plane is standing still. If the wind is moving over the wings, it's gonna get lift, which is a concern. Yes, you don't want to have a spontaneous takeoff when the plane's supposed to be parked. Once again, have a look at this lovely snowy scenery here over, I mean, can we call this northern Canada? Have we gotten to the point where it's northern Canada here? I mean, I feel like we're very close to calling it northern Canada if it isn't. Also stuff like, it's just disappeared obviously, but there's like fingerprint smudges on the display. That's just, it's just, oh, it's so good. When it's good, it's really good. And when it's bad, it's very bad. So here in a couple of minutes time we will be at Woburn, our final checkpoint. Oh, plane! We have a plane here. It's more than 10 nautical miles away, but there's a definite plane and it's high up. Might we actually see that? Is it on here as well? Oh, it is. Oh, it's moving north though. That's annoying. It's always a lovely thing when you like see another plane in the sky, even though I think they're all like real planes, not player planes. It's still lovely to like just see another plane. And you can get like traffic alerts and all of that. I've had that at Aspen. Because apparently it'll bring you in the opposite direction to where people are taking off. Which is obviously great. That is in no way great cause for concern when you are approaching to land and there's an outbound aircraft passing under you. Yeah, it is. So nice. It just makes it feel like a proper plane thing. Obviously, if we were flying in and out of bigger airports than we are, we'd see more traffic. But like this, it's lovely. Let's just see if we can get some information here on our details. No. We can't actually see what direction we're supposed to be taking on our EFB after the waypoint. So we need to get that back onto Carmacks. Okay, we're now approaching the waypoint here in 3 seconds. Let's just make sure we're sitting properly here, even though we are still like 19-ish minutes away. When we approach here, we will start to definitely think about our arrival approach. Where's it approach? We're flying in. Just confirm here, use starter rather than brain. Confirm. Coming in, runway 28. It'll be a visual approach. A firm. We'll be taking it straight. Minimums. Yes. We'll be leaving that as off. Great. Final. Check. Mansec. Is that manual sequencing? Let's click on obstacle clearance not provided for visual approach. Yes. It may have loaded in. Yes, it has. So we now have approach in here, although that doesn't quite look right, but we will see when we get up there. We'll be there in like 18 minutes. Let's just check with the weather again here. Has anything changed? No, weather is holding, although there is a system there up north. Doesn't seem to be moving towards us, so that's positive. Now that we're in a bit of cloud here, we are confirming all of our anti-ice is on. And all our numbers look good.
Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra, you can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination. Edmonton Center Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra would like to cancel IFR. Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Edmonton Center Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is type Cessna Caravan 16 miles southeast of Charlie Echo Kilo, 12,000 feet. Request flight following.
What did we say?
Cessna Charlie, Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra Edmonton Center. Squawk 0000.
Oh, maybe we are. There was another airport. I think I remember that name. Yeah, it's over there. It's just a small little airstrip. Squawk 0000. Okay, yep, that's fine. That's perfectly legit.
Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra radar contact 14 miles southeast of Charlie Echo Kilo 11,900 feet altimeter 29er 61.
Roger, Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra.
6-1. We're gonna be way down now. Holy shit. It's alright. We've got a flight following going. We are coming up here slowly to... Oop. What happens if we activate vector to... copy that. So... We've had an engine malfunction. Right. We're not going to worry about vectors to final right now. We're going to... Engine... Processing engine doesn't do anything. Right. Let's check here. Okay. Torque is fine. It's where it should be. ITT is where it should be. NG where it should be. Prop RPM stable. Oil PSI fine, which is pressure. Oil temperature fine. Fuel fine. Fuel flow fine. 28 volts on the battery fine. Engine doesn't give us any information there, so it's fine. These gauges look fine. I'm not hearing anything. I'm not seeing anything. But we're definitely now very aware of the situation here. Let's just put the seatbelt sign on. We have an airport over there-ish. Okay, great. That we are slightly now just preparing, not just for the airport that we are going to, but for any eventuality. And there's nothing between TK2, which we're passing now, to our final up here. So, you know, basically if we have any engine problems now, it's bad, but speed is fine, everything's looking good, it's fine. It just said malfunction, not failure. A malfunction isn't a failure, it is just something that's not functioning the way that it should be. Yep, thanks game, I am aware. So I guess the stakes have gone up a bit all of a sudden, but we are looking good. Slight problem also with clouds below. But it's a plane, it can like glide for a long time. Yes, you are technically correct that a malfunction could lead to a failure. We will cross that bridge when we get there. I'm just gonna turn that back a bit because our ITT was a bit high. Yes, I know we have an engine malfunction, dear game. That is a 10-4 to that rubber duck. Yeah. Thanks. I mean, we are at 12,000 feet, so we have plenty of time to get on the ground if we have major dramas. But yeah, ITT is definitely going up. Yeah, ever so slightly. Now. I think for immersion's sake, we are going to declare an emergency at this time.
Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra Fairfax.
No, I'm not. I'm squawking 7700. I have an emergency. At this time, we have an emergency. I am going to go ahead now, AIATC, and declare an emergency. We have an engine malfunction. Our temperature is going up.
Cessna Alpha Kilo Sierra, your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset squawk 0000.
Okay, you're just going to knock at me for that. That's annoying that it doesn't recognise that, in fairness. But yeah, our ITT is going up, so we have a engine problem right now. Which is not superb, but I mean, even if we need to throttle down, yes, I know engine problem. But we're going to get one shot at this landing, so no matter what it is, it will be a landing. And you know, if it's a really rough landing and we break the landing gear, it's still better than not landing and having a crash. Okay, yep. Less than 10 minutes away, that's good. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do to... What happens if we increase propeller RPM? Does that change ITT? Yeah, we have a slight engine problem. That definitely didn't work. So this might work. I can hear something bad. There's now a rattle noise coming from the engine. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm not sure if the engine's going out or if it's just having problems, but it's not great. It's really not great. But we'll just try and monitor this situation. We have a loop-de-loop coming up here, it looks like. Where are we? We are here. I'm probably just going to override our heading here. Okay, not that much. Just over there, so we are coming in broadly where we need to over there. But we are 8 minutes away. no, instruments are not looking good. Look at ITT, it keeps going up. I've had to throttle back a fair amount here, and it's still going up. So we definitely have engine trouble here. Let's monitor that ITT and just watch it just tick up. Slowly and slowly, it's just going to go up. Yeah, that's not superb. We can see the airport here. We're probably just going to bypass that approach pattern that we have. And we're going to go straight in. We are 7 minutes away. We are 12,000 feet. We're going to start to drop our altitude here. We actually, you know, in fairness, we probably need to throttle back a bit as well. So let's try and go down to 5,000 feet. And throttle back here massively, which this is obviously going to help with our ITT problem. So that is certainly a plus. We actually need to extend by quite a bit more. Listen, it's just got a bit of a whine as well to the engine right now. If you can hear that. Which hasn't been there before. But obviously now that we throttled down as we're descending here, it's getting a lot better.
10,000 feet.
Yes, thank you. I may have been slightly caught up with the engine problems here to actually start our descent procedures. But yeah, we have one shot at this landing, that's for sure. Oh, hello. Oh, that was me messing up there with the prop speed. Obviously now we are throttling up here a bit, we are going to naturally build more IT. I'm just going to situate myself here.
Charlie Echo X-ray, 4 traffic Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra, 1 3 miles southeast 8,000. Ford inbound to land runway 10.
Is that the airport that we can see over there? Over there we know it goes whoop whoop and then whoop whoop. We are coming in a bit hot here. Do we have a checklist for engine malfunction, high ITT? No, we don't. Gonna keep descending a bit. The runway is over there somewhere. I hope it's the dark bit that we can see there. We may start here once we get low speed. We're going to deploy flaps, but we're going to build temp as well there if we do so. Put me off autopilot now. Flaps deployed. I'll just do that call out when we are close.
Charlie Echo X-Ray 4 traffic Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is on final runway 10 to land.
Yet 75 to 85 knots indicated. I think we can have another go at this though. Also, having it flash up occasionally is not great. Pow, 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 pow. About to stall. Top speed supposed to be 1900. Zoom out a bit here. Let's see if we can bring it down. Yeah, crosswind is died down though, so we can manage this. It is 75 to 85. So we're coming in a bit hot here. We're technically on takeoff. That's apparently we didn't land on the runway there. Oh, it was runway 10. Fuck it. We had an emergency. We landed where we landed. Oh, so hang on. We were definitely not supposed to come in on runway 10. we definitely did not fire for runway 10. We fired for runway 28 of this game. But, whew. Shit. Ooh.
Charlie Echo X-Ray 4 traffic Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is taxiing to runway 10.
No, we're not. We're taxiing to parking.
Charlie Echo X-Ray 4 traffic Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo
So
Sierra
what
is
did we do
taxiing to
here in
parking.
terms of comms? Final inbound to land. Okay, we did call out runway 10, which I didn't catch. I was slightly busy. I don't know. We'll see what the game says afterwards. But we definitely... Yeah, we filed for 28 there. Here, filed for 28 here, so I don't know. That's annoying, but hey ho. All things considered, we have an engine issue and we landed, and we are quite pleased with ourselves right now. And we feel like this could have gone a lot worse. I mean, in fairness, if there'd been traffic, I would hope we would have been able to coordinate that, given that, you know, we have an engine problem. Another issue in terms of immersion and gameplay here, I'm now at Carmacks with a sick plane. I need spare parts and a mechanic up here. So I shall be taking in the lovely scenery of Carmacks, Canada. Enjoying all it has to offer. That button.
Charlie Echo X-Ray 4 traffic Cessna Charlie. Foxtrot Alpha Kilo Sierra is taxiing to parking.
But yeah, there's definitely a weird engine sound here. High pitched. Green. Oh, so we're supposed to fly to Carmacks. So I hate to tell you, but we apparently haven't arrived. Are these more appropriately dressed for the Canadian winter? Yes. But, like, who needs gloves when it's -6 degrees? Also, rip that person.
Home sweet home.
Yeah. Home sweet home. For me too. I'm going to have to live here now. I think we pressed the wrong thing there. Maybe I put it into reverse thrusters, but yeah, that could have gone so much worse. Mission success! Cargo integrity okay. Airline procedures 100%, despite the fact that we landed, you know, in the wrong direction according to the game. And we respected the condition of the aircraft a bit. I'm assuming we didn't quite do so well on that. Cruise speed, we did. Cruise altitude, missed ATC. Don't think we did. No, it's just listing it. Okay, so avoid performance details. Avoid common mistakes such as crash. Important message there to pilots. Yeah, we make a good bit of money. And our reputation probably... Oh, it goes up. And we're now level 118. And have we unlocked any missions that we can do up here? That we're not going to do now because it's getting a bit late. Oh, we can go here to Sutton, over near Anchorage. But yeah, let's spend some money right now. Let's see what's actually wrong with this airplane, because something's very bad with that engine. Jesus. You need to go into... why am I all of a sudden forgetting this now? It is full path freight, and then we go to this, manage the aircraft. Let's have a... Can we, is that something called engine? Oh, it's just the turbine engine. Copy that, which just cost us a fair bit. And we'll just top up with oil as well. It's fine. So now the engine should be all good. Also, what in terms of new planes that we can buy? What can we actually do in terms of customization here? We can buy like 2 airplanes in this category. There's this and the Pilatus. So let's see here, what can we actually do in terms of customizing? I don't think we can do a lot. We only have the cargo variant. We just take premium here just to see. No, it's literally nothing that we could do in terms of speccing it out, but that's okay. Thank you all though for tuning in. I will be back at some point with either more flying or driving or something. Can we do that? Yeah, or is that not released yet? No, it's not released yet. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed it. Goodbye for now.